How's it going, everyone? So I think we all know that America, the great United States that we live in, wasn't built on a 40-hour work week. And everyone knows the saying, go the extra mile. So today, we are going the extra mile. When do we want? Minnesota, Valley Transport, Peterbilt, Freelings Ag Equipment. I think we'll go with this one. No swearing. Let's go drive some truck. Not this truck. That one doesn't look quite right. Got a screw in the tire or something. So we got a couple of these new trucks with black wheels. They have like black door handles, black wheels. Looks like that. And there's mine with chrome wheels and chrome on everything. What do you like better? Personally, I don't like this black as much. Truck still looks cool, but I like this look a little better. Let me know in the comments below, chrome or black. And did you know we sell boulders? If you need some in central Minnesota or anywhere in Minnesota, hit me up. A little bit of little iron chilling. Skids get moved around a lot, so sometimes they'll end up here. Surprised there's actually this many here. Usually there's maybe one or two, but R88 with the Encon has been one issue after another. That's why all the attachments are covered in rust, which is a giant buzzkill. That's why we got the Kubota. That 88 we have, the Encon, everything's been bulletproof, but the machine itself has been just one issue after another. We have used it a lot, but as you can see, it's been a month and a half in the shop. So things are getting a little rusty. Not what I like to see. But anyway, let's go and haul the Kubota and do a couple other things. You gotta do a pre-trip inspection. We don't do the snail mail, the paper, all that baloney. It's a thing called whip around. So obviously to drive any of these rigs, you have to do a pre-trip inspection. Go over the whole rig, check all the fluids, check the tires, check the lights every time before you drive. A pre and post-trip inspection. So we use whip around. No, we're not paid by them, but it works good. You guys can go through, it has all the info, it's all saved, you gotta sign. It's just as legit as paper, but it's all digital. And if there's something wrong with the truck, our guys can put it in whip around and it goes right to our mechanic over there in the shop, and then he can see what it is and he's able to get it fixed. Say it's something during the day, some minor thing, and it gets through the day, then when it gets back, he knows, okay, he's got to fix X, Y, Z. So it works really good for us. If you have a bunch of big rigs and you're still using paper, I'd recommend looking at whip around. It's very good value for what you pay for. So whip around times how long it takes, because it takes time. You gotta walk around the back, check all the lights, not just assume that they're good. You gotta look around, check, make sure the blinkers work, make sure the running lights, make sure everything works. So it takes time. So if you just click all through it, it takes about 45 seconds. I know from experience, I just know that's how long it takes. If you click through it all, it takes 44 seconds, 45 seconds. But if you do it right, it takes about 5-10 minutes to go around, look at everything, depending on how fast you walk, depends on how efficient you are at life in general. Whenever the equipment is loaded, you always check all the securements, because as soon as I pull out of here, I'm responsible for how this equipment is secured. It doesn't matter which Tom, Dick, or Harry chained it down. As soon as I pull out of our shop, I'm responsible. So I have to make sure that before I leave, everything is chained down. This is all like this when I got here. So I don't know, someone did it yesterday. So I make sure that it's good before I get on the road. 4 points of securement on each piece of equipment. And on an excavator, we got to chain the boom on an attachment like this. It's not one strap over the middle at a weird angle. It's got to be two when it's an individual. I think it's like if there's a bunch on the back and front have two, and in the middle can have one or something. It's just one random attachment like that chilling, then you need two. 2 points of securement. So, all right, the beast looks good. She's airing up. It takes a couple minutes to air up, and we're on the road. One of my pet peeves is when someone brings a piece of equipment to a job and it's bone dry on fuel. If it's like 3/4 plus, it's fine, but shoo, it's like this cup holder's seen better days. This one's good. Skitty. It's kind of nice. You can turn these on and start them up, and then you can start it up so it's running, and then type in the passcode. That's nice. You don't gotta type in the passcode before you can start it up, so it can already start warming up while you're typing in the password, which is huge because it saves a bunch of time in the long run. So it's all the little things, the little details is what can separate you from the rest. So what I do when I'm unloading a bunch of equipment like this is I will jump up there. It's one extra step, but jump up there, fire them up, then unchain them all so that by the time I unchain everything, the equipment's warm, ready to go, instead of firing it up and just ramming it. So it's not a big deal, but if you own the equipment and you have it long term, it'll make a difference. Give it 5 minutes to warm up instead of just firing it up and going. So you can do that, but long term it helps, especially in the winter. Especially in the winter time. First thing I do when I get out is fire them up, warm them up, unchain them, unload, and get on to the next one. All right, let's get this stuff unloaded. So in this particular trailer, see how the wheel wells are basically at the tires? There's a little switch right here. Hit the guy up, you hear it airing up, and those will air up. There's another one right here. Push this in. There's big airbags in there. Lift up the ramps for you. Got the dirt cleaned off, so that's airing out. Lift on their own. Look at that. Isn't that slick? Slow and steady. Look at that. No lifting heavy ramps. It's gonna make me weak because I don't gotta do any physical work except hit a button. Tie on the safety strap in case the airbag went out. Whew, that's nice. On to the next one. Well, that is today's video. Finish up the day with a cold Arizona. I love these things and I still don't know how these guys make money. That'll make sense to you if you're an OG fan. So the average work week here in America is 40 hours. I mean, that's kind of like the national, I don't know, that's like the national standard, whatever. If you do that, you're only gonna get 40 hours worth of work done. So if you work to Saturday like I did today, I worked 7 hours, got 10 hours of work done. You're that much farther ahead. So I see people all the time, they see someone doing something like, yeah, I want that, I want to do that. But they're not willing to do what that person is doing to get it. So it's like, if you want to build a big company in 5 years, it's never going to happen working 40 hours a week. You got to work 80 to 100 and work harder and smarter to get there. So if you have a goal and you plan on, and you're trying to get there like you see someone else doing, and you're putting in half the effort, you're never going to get there in the same way, if ever. If you want to do something that someone else is doing, you got to do what they're doing, that they're doing to get there, and as the amount, if that makes sense. So you can't have a minimum wage work ethic with giant hopes and dreams and goals, because if you do, you're never going to get there. If you have giant hopes and dreams, you got to have giant hopes and dreams, energy, and take action. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember, it is what you make it to be. And we will see you guys on the next one.